Welcome to our virtual Veterans Day program. Right now, I would like to tell you who I think is a hero. There are times I've asked myself, who is a hero? Who do we look up to? Many young people might say an actor, a singer, or an athlete. They may say people of fame or fortune. When I was younger, I might have said John Wayne, the rough and tough cowboy who would champion a cause, or Elvis, who could make you cry when he sang Peace in the Valley. Claude Monet comes to mind because he would bring beauty to all of us through his master paintings. But I ask you, who is a hero? The dictionary defines a hero as a person who is admired or idolized for courage, outstanding achievements, or outstanding qualities. So I rethink my questions from my childhood and redefine my thoughts. Who is my hero? My heroes are among us in our small community. They are a humble and benevolent individual. The men and women who gave up comfort and answered a call for their country are my heroes. This call beckoned them to protect and to serve a country and that country's people. These men and women in uniform left families and friends to honor a promise that they gave, a promise to keep us safe from harm's way. You won't see them seeking fame or fortune. You will see them sitting among you. They are still humbly serving others in their own way. They are still guiding us and protecting us. In this small community where we live, we find my heroes. We are able to be here because of them. The noble and the brave veterans that gave so much of themselves so we can be free. John F. Kennedy stated, "As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live them." My heroes live by their words, by their promises they made to their fellow Americans and to their families. So, I thank you to our veterans, for you are my true heroes. And on behalf of the schools of Mitchell, we want to say we are united in honoring our veterans, our true heroes. And now we will have the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic
for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible with liberty and justice for all.
Hi, I'm John McLean.
And I'm Landon Woods.
And I don't know about Landon, but I'm not exactly sure how Veterans Day began. So here are some Burris students to give us some history.
November 11th is a federal holiday in the United States.
What is Veterans Day all about? Veterans Day is held in honor of those who served in the United States Armed Forces. This is different from Memorial Day, which honors those who died while serving.
How did it become a holiday? It was 11 a.m. on November 11, 1918, that a temporary peace sign was signed and World War I came to an end. A year later, President Woodrow Wilson announced that November 11th would be called Armistice Day in the United States. In 1954, Congress decided to change Veterans Day because they wanted to honor the veterans of all wars.
Many people fly a U.S. flag on this day to show their patriotism and support for the armed services. At 11 a.m., a moment of silence is observed to remember those who served. If you see a veteran or a soldier on Veterans Day, be sure to thank them personally for their service to our country.
Now that we know how Veterans Day started, here's some students from MCS and what they define a veteran as.
My mom is a veteran. A veteran keeps people safe. It keeps you safe. It keeps you really safe. They fight for our country. It's, they're in the army and they save you from bad people. They're in the army and they save you. They save the city. They help you.
A veteran to me is someone who gets up every day and goes to work and fights for their country no matter what, and someone who fights for our freedom and A veteran to me deserves a lot of respect for the things they do for us, and yeah.
To me, a veteran is someone who is brave, selfless, and puts their life on the line for a complete stranger. That's what I call a hero.
A veteran to me is someone who gets up and voluntarily goes overseas to help our country.
A veteran is somebody that puts their life on the line for not only their family and friends, but people that they don't even know.
A veteran to me is someone who deserves honor and respect to everybody in our country.
A veteran to me is someone who's brave and courageous enough to serve our country. They're willing to go out there and protect our citizens and do things that are super respectable and not a lot of people have the willpower to do.
A veteran to me is someone that fights for our country or has fought for our country and is basically giving up their freedoms for ours.
A veteran to me is someone who fights for our freedoms and is committed to our country.
A veteran to me is a hero that sacrificed their life for our freedom and fought for our country.
Now that we have nailed down what a student thinks a veteran is, I think we should just see how many veterans are a part of our community. Along with our Wall of Honor, here are some students who have family members who are veterans.
Sonny Dorset, my great-great-uncle. Lawrence Cookie Dorset, my great-grandfather.
This is my family member, Franklin Cormican.
This is my dad, and his name is Craig Friend.
This is my dad, Sean Fawcett.
This is Joe. He is my father, and beside him is his dad and my grandfather, Patrick.
Charles Pruitt is my great-grandfather, but on my mother's side.
This is my papa, Davy Perkins. This is my great-grandfather, John Griffith. This is my papa, Alfred Fields.
My grandpa, he is a veteran, and my great-uncle, he was in the Vietnam War.
My uncle was in the Air Force.
My brother is currently in service right now in the Air Force in Utah.
My dad and my grandpa were both veterans.
My great-grandpa and my grandpa.
My grandpa, Duke Man.
My great-grandfather on my mom's side and my great-grandfather on my dad's side.
My uncle.
Okay. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. John F. Kennedy. We thank you for your service, protection, and support.
So many veterans have touched the lives of our students, so let's show some more gratitude with the 5th grade performance of Veterans March.
We're marching for our veterans to celebrate.
Now that we have had a chance to show some appreciation, we've given some veterans a chance to tell us what being a veteran means to them.
All right, sounds good. Larry, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it greatly, and what an honor it is for me to interview you. First question I have for you, if you had the opportunity to go back and do all your military service over again, would you do it again?
Absolutely.
What makes you interested in doing that again?
Just well, serve my country and protect the people that need to be protected.
Understand. Appreciate that. What does it mean for you to be a veteran?
Well, it means a lot. When I first come home, not so much. Not at all. But in the last 20, 30 years, it's meant a lot to me. An awful lot. And I get together with, the last few years, got together with guys I was in Vietnam with. In fact, we just went in September to Kansas to a reunion. Almost 12 of us there. Out of the same company.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
A lot of memories talked about, I'm sure.
Oh boy, yeah, a lot of war stories and yeah, lots of stuff. Yeah.
Dave, I appreciate the opportunity to interview you, and I would say this right off the bat: I appreciate your service and thank you for your time and all your efforts that you served in the military. And appreciate
it was
that
my
greatly.
honor. Thank you.
So, if you had the opportunity to serve again, Dave, would you go back and do the same thing over again?
In a heartbeat. In a heartbeat. This country has done so much for me and my family. Yes, I would go back and fight for it again.
Great. What does it mean for you yourself to be a veteran?
It's an honor. It's an honor to have been able to serve my country in whatever aspect I could have. Like I was telling the other gentleman, it's an experience, not all good, but you learn new people. You become, you get brothers and sisters that you never knew you ever
had. My name is Becky Mason. I'm a teacher at Mitchell High School, and I'm here today with my dad, Larry Brown, who is a Vietnam veteran. Thank you for coming in and talking to us, Dad. I have a few questions.
All right.
So, and these questions are derived from the student council members, things they want to know. So, first one, if you could go back and have the opportunity to serve your country again, would you do that?
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt. Why?
Well, it's our country.
It's our country. So, what does it mean to you to be a veteran?
It is one of the highest honors of my life, you know, to have been able to serve my country. And even in adverse conditions, you know, you're glad you did it. It's not something you'd like to do over again, but it's something that you would not step aside from doing again.
Okay. Well, I know just from being your daughter, I love our veterans. You have given us so much in this world to be thankful for. And not only because you're my daddy and I'm proud of you, but thank you for your service and thank you for coming in today and being a part of our Veterans Day program.
Been my pleasure.
I love you, Daddy.
Thank you to those veterans who have shared today. Last but not least, we have some high school students who are going to paint a picture for our veterans.
After school one day, a boy sat talking with his dad. He said the teacher pulled out a book, taught us all about the flag, about the red, white, and blue, and how each color was defined, and why we stand hand over heart, pledge allegiance every time. His dad pulled out a box with a folded flag and said, "Trust me, son, it means way more than that. It's more than a flag or stars and stripes. Your head waves for the ones who died and gave their lives so you and I could live our own. It stands for truth, it stands for grace. These colors don't run out to this day. Carry sacrifice and scars, and every stripe and star it has. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag. You say to your granddad fought in Vietnam back in '65. 352nd dropping bombs to lessen the threats he had to fight. Got sent home in '71 with one less leg and a purple heart. He used to say, I gave some, but some gave all, and that's what we're fighting for. They gave your grandma this box on the day he passed. Fired 21 shots and fought it up that flag. It's more than a flag, stars and stripes. Yeah, it waves for the ones who died and gave their lives so you and I could live our own. It stands for truth, it stands for grace. These colors don't run out to this day. Carry sacrifice and scars, and every stripe and star it has. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag. It's there when we fight, it's there when we fall, foreign shores and right at home. Yeah, you know it's true. That's why we bleed red, white, and blue. It's more than a flag or stars and stripes. It waves for the ones who died and gave their lives so you and I can live our own. It stands for truth, it stands for grace. These colors don't run empty this day. Carry sacrifice and scars, and every stripe and star it has. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag. You might know the definition, but the truth is, it's more than a flag.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
We should all be reminded of these words. All gave some gave all. It is my honor on behalf of Mitchell Community Schools, its Board of Trustees, our students and staff, to thank you and your families for your service, courage, and sacrifices you made for us and our freedoms that we all enjoy each and every day of our lives. Again, thank you all for watching, and please seek out a veteran today and thank them for their service for us in the United States of America.